I often hesitate to truly share of myself, because when I share really unfiltered, usually that's when I get the comments like, "You're so inappropriate. Oh, that's not right." So I don't really share all of myself. I leave that for the underworld. I leave that for the creature friends. I leave that for the spaces that can actually hold everything and see everything as love. But the world is not ready for all of it to be seen as love. The world is not ready to see innocence in even the darkness, to see beauty and power even in the darkness. And this might sound very like inappropriate or taboo to say, but the light and the power and the love is not just in the rainbow love light communities, guys. It's not just in the love light, super beautiful, flashy, spiritual communities. It's not just from the people that are showing love and light and beauty and radiating it. It's not just in that. Love is in the creatures of the underworld. Love is in the darkness. And you know what I see sometimes? In some communities, I see a fear, a resistance. I see judgments towards the darkness, towards the slimy, messy, dirty creatures. And that brings me some sadness sometimes, because the truth is that I am one of those dirty, messy, slimy creatures. And I feel so misunderstood, because you know what gets projected onto me a lot? That I'm some kind of light being, that I'm like this radiant sunshine light, and that I'm all this love and light, you know? And I fucking am. But you wanna know why I'm love and light? Because I've transmuted and alchemized even the darkest, messiest shit. Even the deepest fucking pain and darkness within myself, I've alchemized it, and I receive potent energy, nourishment from this darkness. I have received deep medicine by connecting in presence and love, and by opening to that which I perceived first to be my greatest enemy, that which I perceived to be evil. I opened up my heart because some part of my soul told me, yes, that's your medicine. Even though my personality said, fuck no, that person's evil, that person's horrible. That's like you choosing to be with the devil. And the devil is like the worst thing ever, isn't it? Guys, there are people walking around looking like angels, looking like light beings. But what's hiding underneath that appearance, huh? Darkness, deep grief being suppressed, deep hatred and anger and judgments being suppressed, because they have a story that we gotta be super love and light. We gotta be in this rainbow unicorn love and light cult, religion. I sometimes get really uncomfortable when I'm around humans that are just way too nice, way too fucking positive. Because sometimes I miss the honesty, the refreshing feeling of saying, fuck you, I don't like you. And in the moment when you say that, when you say, I don't like you, it's like, fuck, I fucking like you now. And thanks for letting me share my truth with you. This impermanent feeling, you know? There's nothing to be afraid of. To say that one thing is more spiritual or enlightened than another, is to start some form of religion or cult. I would like to see a world where we can embrace the parts of us that we consider the most taboo and sick and twisted. Not because we want to bring more of that out and act them out unconsciously, but I think there's something really cool about bringing them out, playing with these things in a safe, consensual, conscious, sober container, and receiving the medicine from it, and seeing how those things that we have for a long time, that many humans, including myself, try to bury for a long time, try to distract ourselves from, like the shame or the pain or the heartbreak or the guilt, whatever the fuck it is, or the dirtiness or the sick or the overly sexual or the super turned on and wild and animalistic and fucking primal. I see the benefit in letting that out to play in conscious, consensual containers, because suppressing it and pushing it down, trying to whip ourselves into staying in our place so that we could be this perfect love light being, that's not the way. The way is to befriend the dark, to befriend every single aspect of ourselves, to know that we are this infinite, unconditional love that holds space for all of the human ways, including those qualities and ways that some love light communities and cults have labeled as very negative and bad and wrong. If we're shaming our shame, if we're shaming our guilt, if we're shaming our jealousy, we have now started a prison. It's a prison. It's all meant to be seen from love, from the eyes of innocence. And sometimes if you have some fun friends that want to join you in the underworld, it is possible to go into the underworld and to explore it together, to play it out. I love that shit. And some humans might project onto me that I'm Mrs. Love, Light, Sunshine over here. But guys, I got some dirty, dark secrets. And there's this world that I like to explore and play in, that some might say is very kinky, actually. Maybe I'm just very kinky. But I like to explore mythological creatures. I like to explore space and the underworld creatures as well. I like to explore in the spaces where we don't use human words, but we use our teeth, we use our spit, we use our hands, we use our body and our sweat and our tongues and our nose. This might be scary, this might be inappropriate for some of them people, you know, who have projected that love light onto me. It's like, yes, yes, I truly feel love and light all around me. In my near-death experience, that's all I felt. And love light, I saw that it was everything. I saw that it was the sickest, most messed up part of me was also in that love and light. Everything is sourced from that. God is a creative fucking artist. He wanted variety. God is God, whatever. Wanted to have variety, wanted to experience all of itself, and all of itself means the dark stuff too. So don't resist your own darkness. Don't notice if you're having stories, notice if you're judging it, notice if you're shaming your own shame, notice if you're guilt tripping yourself. That ain't you, that ain't true. You don't need to guilt trip yourself for feeling guilty either. Just maybe bring it out, make a play out of it, be theatrical with it, let it be like a show, a fun show. Yep. I feel sometimes very inappropriate. And in these certain communities, sometimes I'm like, yes, let us celebrate it. Let us celebrate the love that we are. And let us remember that the love that we are is in our deepest pain. The doorway to the love that we are, to the perfection of the love that we are, is through whatever is appearing right now for you. If there's pain, if there's shame, if there's fear, that is the door. That is the door to God. That is the door to love. And it is always right here in front of us. It's never anywhere else. It's never in the future. It's not in the past. It's right here, right now. The access to God, to Christ consciousness, to the love of God consciousness and Christ is right here and right now. And it is always, always, forever, eternally with us. It's who we are. And it's in anything that's arising right now and that's alive. So be open to it all. Open up your heart to it all. Take a deep breath into it all. Because it's all worthy of your openness and your love. Ciao.